Hello, Sri Vijay sir.
Yes, sir.
Whether we get the screen?
Yes, sir. They will.
Only audio, sir.
Sir, we'll see according to the speaker, sir.
Okay,
wait for it. We'll wait for it. They will start.
Okay, fine, sir.
ಈಗ ಅನ್ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಈಗ
I request everyone of you mute the audio. I request everyone of you mute the audio.
Class, sir.
Good morning, Vijay.
Sir. Good morning, sir.
Sir, ready? Are you ready, sir?
Yes, sir. The speaker is going to join now.
Okay. Is that to join?
Yes, sir.
Sir, you are not started video. You're not visible.
Sir, video I have only started.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. He is going to join, sir, now.
Okay. Carry on, sir. Carry on. All the best. Do well, sir. I think, shall we wait for already just here? 2:50?
Yes, sir. I am waiting for their message, sir. That they are going to join now.
Yes, sir. Sir, I think at least How many maximum students can join?
Now 500, sir. 500.
Now around 300.
Now it is 282, sir.
Okay,
So
sir.
maximum 500 can participate.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
You can just seek his permission. This is person, then you can start, sir. Begin, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Definitely.
Thank you, sir. Good day, sir.
Thank you.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. Is it Mahipal Reddy? Sir,
Yeah, Mahipal here.
Good morning, sir. Good morning. Sir, can we start now?
Yeah, we can start, sir. I think we plan to start at 11, na, sir?
Okay, sir. We will wait for 2 minutes. The still students are joining.
Yeah.
Yes. Now it is 293 student participants.
Okay, I think slowly it is going to cross 300 easily.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good morning, Dr. Maypal.
Sir, good morning, sir.
Sir. We shall wait for another 5 minutes.
Definitely, sir. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I think around 300 students have joined. We shall wait for another 5 minutes, sir.
Oh, definitely, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hello, sir. Maipal, sir.
Yeah, yeah, I'm listening to you, sir.
Sir, can we start?
Yeah, I'm always there, sir.
Okay, sir. Okay. Good morning, one and all. My name is Sri Vijay Ittanawar, the Assistant Professor, the EC Department, Hirashugar Institute of Technology, the NITSOC. So from the Karnataka, Belgaum district. So first of all, I welcome all of you. The maximum now you can watch the more than the 300 people's in the online webinar now. So now, first I welcome the today's the resource person, Dr. Maipal Reddy, to this the live webinar. He's a senior executive officer. So I welcome you, sir.
Welcome. Thank you. Thank you.
So I welcome the Raghavendra sir. That is a branch manager from the Bangalore branch ACE Academy. I welcome Raghavendra sir.
Thank you, sir.
So I welcome our beloved HOD, Dr. Ravi M. Edadi, the EC department, the HOD, Hirashugar Institute of Technology. I welcome you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So I welcome all my dear colleagues and the various participants from the various places to this live webinar. So it gives me an immense pleasure to introduce today's resource person. So that is the Dr. Maipal Reddy sir. The sir had the sir is having the more than the 16 years experience. The sir had completed the BTech in mechanical engineering in the 2000 and completed the MBA in marketing and IT systems, the management from NIT Warangal 2008. The sir also completed the PhD in management, the studies from the University of Hyderabad, that is in the 2020. Sir working as a guest faculty in the TKR, the Institute of Management and Science, Hyderabad, in the duration 2003 to till date. Actually, from the duration 2003 to till date, the sir is working as the guest faculty there. So now the sir also worked as the faculty in the agri-business school. I request the participant to mute the audio. So sir also worked as a faculty in the Food and Agri Business School, Hyderabad, in the duration 2010 to that is the 2014. Okay, so the professional experience I can share with you people. So sir, the worked as an assistant manager in the business development in Pioneer Online Private Limited during the duration 2002 to 2006. Sir also worked as a senior market analyst, that is in the Kirby Building Systems Limited during the duration 2006 to 2007. Sir also worked as an associate business development officer, that is in the duration 2007 to 2010 in the Avenian in India Private Limited, Hyderabad. Sir also worked as a manager in the business development in Cybertech Systems and the Software Limited, Hyderabad during the duration 2010 to 2011. So presently, the sir working as a senior, the manager, strategic marketing in the ACE Engineering Academy from 2014 to till date. So, in spite of their busy schedule, also present before you, Dr. The Maipal Reddy sir. So I request Dr. Maipal Reddy sir to hand over the session.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good morning to all of you. Good morning to Ravi sir. Good morning to Sri Vijay sir, and good morning to all the students. And I also welcome my colleagues Raghavendra and few others who are joining us in this particular webinar. You know, the one request before I move and start my session, I request all the students to mute their voice, mute their mics so that I can continue on presenting my webinar. Raghavendra, can you mute all of them and unmute me?
Okay, sir.
Please unmute all of them and unmute me. Okay. You know, almost 20 years back, I left engineering college like many of you are planning to leave in next 1-2 years. You know, all these years, I was looking at the engineering students who are coming out of campuses for long years. You know, few things really bother me. One important thing that bothers me is why many engineering students do not get a right kind of opportunity as soon as they complete their engineering. Is there any problem with the course what they have done? Is there any problem with the student who has completed his engineering? Or what is the problem? What is the problem with engineering students? Why not more than 15 to 20% of the students get some kind of opportunity and get into a job or get into a good higher education and all these things? If you ask me what is the problem, then probably I can share you what are the problems that engineering students face when they are there in engineering. You know, the first problem that I have seen is, this is the first problem that I've seen with many engineering students. If you closely observe this particular picture, this particular picture is going to talk about it talks about an engineering student who is coming out of engineering campus, fully ready to work in the industry. But if you see this particular person closely, it will be very difficult for him to cross the wall. You know why it is difficult for him to cross the wall? I mean, all of us are engineering students. We can easily understand. The problem is not with the person's preparation. He is 100% ready to be an engineering student, but his lack of making decisions in the 4 years of engineering is creating the problems at the end of his engineering. Now, if we can use a little bit of common sense, then we can easily tell this particular person that, dear, you are standing on ladders. Please pick up one ladder and put it against the wall. You can easily cross the wall and you have a better thing on the other side of the wall. This we can say very easily. But I observed in my last 16 to 17 years of interaction with engineering students, what I have seen is many engineering students do not think about what they are going to do after their engineering in the engineering 4 years. So my suggestion to all the students who are in third, fourth or second, whichever year you are in, what you can do is please think about your engineering, what you are going to do after your engineering when you are there in second and third, as well as when you are going to enter into fourth year. This is what I suggest you to do. Now, the other problem that I have seen with engineering students is this one. Many engineering students are having a lot of capabilities, but what they do is they do not know their capabilities. Like as I've shown in the picture, many students think that they are all cats, but actually in reality they are having a capability of a tiger. So there is a big difference between what a tiger can do, what a cat can do. So my suggestion is, please identify all the capabilities of yourself, identify and make them use in getting a good opportunity as soon as you complete your engineering. So think like a tiger and use your capabilities like a tiger. If you can do these two things, thinking about your future, thinking about your own capabilities, then you will have a very good future after your engineering. So my point is, many students keep asking me a question, sir, when we should think about our future after engineering. You should think about your future after engineering when you are in second and third year, because see, people are worried about semester exams, internal exams, lab work, project work, and all these things. I'm telling you, these are all important, but the primary reason why are you doing engineering is you want to have a career after your engineering. So for that particular purpose, you are doing engineering. So your mere goal of completing engineering is not going to be sufficient. Now let us see what kind of opportunities we have got, because we have talked about opportunities and we have talked about how to be ready for that particular opportunity. So as an engineering student, you have got two kinds of opportunities. One is on the technical side, second is on the non-technical side. Technical side, you have got GATE, ESC, PSU, State Service Commission, IT and ITS jobs. All these things are there on the technical side. On the non-technical side, in management area, you have got CAT exam, civil services, foreign services, IBPS, SSC. Like this, you have got a lot of opportunities. Many opportunities are there, but you need to choose one. So coming to ACE Academy, we are there in this particular coaching programs from last 24 years. We have got very good first ranks and very good ranks, and all these are possible because of faculty members, study material, review tests, and the students who take our strategy very, very seriously. Now we provide all these coaching programs at ACE Academy. Okay. Now I'll come back to the main point of today's webinar, that is why to crack these examinations in the very first attempt. So let me come to the point. Why we need to crack it in the very first attempt? If you crack it in the very first attempt, you will get the job as soon as you complete your engineering. So if you get a job or if you get an opportunity as soon as you complete your engineering, what are the advantages that we are going to have? The first one is financial independence. Financial independence. What is financial independence? Not taking pocket money from your friends. Not taking pocket money from your parents. So what is that you're going to have? You're going to have your salary, you're going to have your fellowship. So what is the advantage of not depending upon your parents? The first advantage that you're going to have is you will know the value of the money and you will spend your money in a right way. That's what I call it as financial independence. Second one, reaching the topmost position. See, I've seen in my own life, and probably you by this time you must have experienced some of the incidents that happened in your lifetime. The biggest problem that I've seen with many people who don't reach the topmost position in any organization is they have started their career late. So when you start your career late in the sense 1 year gap, 2 years gap after your engineering, what's going to happen is it makes very difficult for you to reach the topmost position, because if your junior is getting the job as soon as he completes his engineering, he is going to be a senior to you in the organization if you join him after 1 year. If you join him after 2 years, he's going to be your super senior. So your junior is becoming your senior, and that's the reason you will not be able to reach the topmost position. Now, the third one, and the social status. Enjoy the social status. You know, in our society, engineering students are having a special status. That's the reason wherever you go, people treat you in a very, very different way. They say, oh, this guy is an engineering student. He's doing his engineering. So we should treat him differently. That's what you feel in many places wherever you go for marriages and other social gatherings. But once you complete your engineering, people are not going to give you the same kind of a social status if you do not get an opportunity. If you do not get any opportunity, people will treat you differently. So if you want to have the same kind of a social status which you have enjoyed in your 4 years of engineering, you should start working as soon as possible. So is it really possible for you to crack something in the very first attempt? Yes, it is absolutely possible. What are the things that we need in order to crack something in the very first attempt? A competitive exam or any other job, if you want to crack it, what do you need in the what do you need? The first thing that you need is determination. A kind of a commitment is required. A solid commitment is required that yes, I want to write this exam, I want to get this job, and I am ready to spend 6 to 7 months of my time on this particular opportunity. If you have that kind of determination, then obviously you are going to crack it. Now, what else you need? Determination is okay, but you need also a planning. You need planning also. What is this planning? Planning is a systematic approach towards preparing for this particular opportunity, whether it is a job or higher education. How you are going to do in a systematic manner. That's what is strategy. Next one is plan of action. How you are going to implement the plan for the betterment for a better preparation towards this particular competitive examinations. So these three, if you have commitment, if you have the right kind of a planning, if you have the right kind of planning, and if you have if you are implementing the plan of action, then obviously this particular getting a job in the very first attempt is very much possible. So coming to the second aspect of today's session, that is, how can you believe in yourself? I've seen many students, they fail to understand how can they believe themselves. Now, if you want to believe in yourself, you need to know two important things. The first thing is knowing what you have. See, we have a lot of capabilities, we have a lot of potential, but there is no use of that if you do not know.
ಅವು ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ 3 ಇದಾವ್ 4 ಗಂಟೆವರೆಗೂ ಇಲ್ಲ ಹಿಂದಿಂದೆ ಇನ್ನು ಅದು 12 ಕೇಳಿ 2:30 ಮುಗಿದೈತಿ ಆಗ್ಲೇ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು 2 ಗಂಟೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದೇ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಜಾಯ್ನ್ ಆಗೋದಂತ.
I request the participant to mute that, please. Audio.
Okay. So many students they have lot of capabilities, but they do not know what they have. This takes a little bit of exercise for yourself. If you can do a little bit of exercise, then automatically you can understand what you have got. So based on that one, you can choose your goal. And when you are choosing your goal, obviously what you have and what you need to achieve a particular goal, there is a gap. So you need to know how to fulfill that particular gap. So if you want to achieve something in your life, two things are very, very important for you to observe. The first thing is what kind of a capabilities you have got. Second one is what you need to achieve in order to your goal. So these are the two things that you need to keep in your mind. And coming to the competitive examinations. So what kind of a strategy that we require? I'm suggesting a simple strategy, but this is a very, very important strategy. What is that strategy? The first part of the strategy says, please understand that university exams are different from competitive examinations. So what is the difference between university exams and competitive exams? First thing, university exams are essay type questions. Competitive exams are objective type questions. University exams are having the syllabus in which probably you can skip some of the syllabus. For competitive examination, you cannot skip any syllabus. Yes. University exams, they do not have negative marks. Competitive exams, they have got negative marks. And in university exams, it is very easy to guess the questions. But in competitive exams, it is very difficult to guess the questions because you never know from which corner you are going to get the questions. So all these are the problems that we have got with the university exam versus competitive examinations. So please take out from your mind that if I am getting good marks, if I am ready for university exams, I am also ready for competitive exams. Because competitive exams require different kinds of a planning, different kind of a setup. Okay. So understand that the university exams are different from competitive exams. So what we need to understand is the way we prepare for university exams is not going to help you to prepare for the competitive exams. I know some of the students who are attending my webinar today, They may prepare for university exams in 1 week time. Some of them may do one day batting also. Some of them may prepare from 1 month. So my point is, when you are preparing for university exams, they may help you. These kind of strategies may help you. But when you're preparing for competitive exams, you have to give at least 5 to 6 months time to prepare for these competitive exams. That kind of a mindset you should have. The second step in the strategy is, you need to understand that you need to see the question paper before even writing the examination. So for that particular purpose, what you need to do is, you need to go to internet and download at least 1 or 2 question papers, old question papers of the examination which you are planning to write. So once you download, take a printout of that one and take the same time that is given in the examination and solve all the questions in that particular question paper. When you solve all the questions in the examination paper, you will understand 2 important things, 2 major things you will understand. The first one is, you will understand that not all the subjects are having the same weightage in the examination. Some subjects are having better weightage compared to other subjects. Now, second thing that you will also realize is how good I am in these important subjects with respect to this examination. So this will tell you what are the important subjects, and this will also tell you in which important subjects you are really good. So based on that one, you make a plan. You make a plan of your own. You understand that, please understand that somebody else's plan is not going to work for you. So every one of you need to work on your own individual plan. That's what is required. Okay. So this is the difference between university exam and competitive exam. One more time, university exams are to qualify, competitive exams are to reject the students. So they are going to reject the students. So if you want to qualify, you should avoid the rejection. But whereas in university exams, once you qualify, that's there ends the matter. So that's the reason you need to start your preparation from the very 3rd year of your engineering. Now coming to the very first examination that we are going to discuss today is GATE examination. I'll not spend much time on these 2 exams, but I'll just give you a brief overview. And if you have any further doubts, probably I'll share my contact number. You can always contact me. Now the first examination that we are going to discuss today is GATE examination. Now, what is the problem with GATE examination with respect to the students who are taking GATE exam? I feel many students fail to understand what is GATE exam is all about. They think GATE is a different kind of examination, but from my point of view, GATE is an examination which is going to test your aptitude. It is going to test your aptitude. Now, I believe GATE should be understood in such a way that it is a test of engineering students who are being tested at the graduate level syllabus, and they are going to test your aptitude. So what is the difference between aptitude and the knowledge what you have in your brain? If you have the knowledge inside your brain, and you also have a capability to apply the knowledge in real-time situation, practical situations, then you can call yourself as you are having technical or general aptitude. So GATE examination is going to test your aptitude, not your memory power. Please understand this thing. Now, who is going to conduct this GATE examination? IISc and 7 IITs are going to conduct GATE examination every year on a rotation basis. Next year the GATE exam is going to be conducted by IIT Mumbai. IIT Bombay is going to conduct this in the month of January or February. Now, what are the opportunities that you have got through GATE examination?
I request every one of you mute that audio, please.
I'm just working on that. Okay. Now I've unmuted all of them. They do not have an option to mute them, unmute themselves. Okay. So there are 4 options that we have got through GATE examination. The first one is masters, second one is BSc jobs, third one is management programs, and fourth one is research options. So 4 options we have got. Let us see one after another. The first option what we have got is doing masters. You can do masters in all top institutes in India, IITs, NITs, IISc, IIMs, with a very good stipend, 12,400, 28,000 for PhD, 12,400 for MTech. Now, one thing that I would like to ask you, when you are getting a good placement in your campus, why are you looking at doing MTech in these good institutions? Now, simple answer that I want to give you is the campus placements, what you're going to have in IITs are different from the campus placements, what you're going to have in regular engineering colleges. Please understand. I'm not trying to tell you that your placements are not good or placements are, different and all. But the kind of companies that come to IITs and the companies that are going to come to regular engineering colleges, including university colleges, are different. You take a simple example here, IIT Bombay. Intel, I think many electronics and communication engineering students and electrical computer science students understand this one. Even other students also know about Intel. Intel has gone to IIT Bombay and picked up 26 PG students and 2 UG students. Now, can we imagine Intel coming to our campuses? I will say, to be honest, I can't expect that Intel is going to come to campuses, any other engineering colleges other than IITs and IISc and pick up engineering students. It's not going to happen. Like Tata Steel, like Huawei, like Hero, like Schlumberger, like Amazon Development Center. So all these companies will go to top institutes only. So if you want to work for these good companies at a better level, then obviously you need to do your masters in these good institutes. Now, second option, what we have got? Second option is PSUs. Why PSUs are such an important one for many engineering students? I mean, if somebody is given an option to work for a PSU and work for any other organization, people choose PSUs only. The simple reason is not only the salary. Salary is, of course, any other organization also you'll get good salary. But when you are working in PSUs, you are working in the core sector. Let us say some of you are going to work in ECIL, some of you are going to work in IOCL, some of you are going to work in BHEL, some of you are going to work in any other organization, NTPC or Power Grid. Any of these organizations, if you are going to work in the core sector. Okay. And the other one is you can utilize your technical knowledge. And of course, it's a secure job. So because of these reasons, many students now they are preferring to do, they want to join PSU jobs. Now, where are these jobs are available? These are some of the companies where jobs are available through GATE examination. Some of the best brands of India are there in this particular list. If you want to see the list of companies, starting from civil, mechanical, electrical, electronics, instrumentation, CSIT, we have got very good options. We have got very good companies which are picking up the students from the GATE examination. 31 from civil, 37 from mechanical, 40 from electrical, electronics 27 companies, instrumentation 18 companies, CSIT. Surprisingly, CSIT students are having almost 20 companies which recruit through GATE examination. So that many number of jobs are available. I'm sure every year around 6,000 to 7,000 jobs are available through GATE examination for engineering students in all these organizations. So that's a very good number actually, because only the toppers are going to work there. Probably if you get a rank around 600 to 700, there is a very good chance that you are going to work for all these organizations. Another opportunity, L&T Build India Scholarship. This is only for the core branches that are civil, mechanical, and electrical. These three branches are having this particular opportunity to do their masters in IIT Madras, Delhi, and NIT Trichy, NIT Surathkal. And once they complete their masters, they are going to get a job with L&T, and that too with a very good salary, 8 to 9 lakh salary. And during the 2 years, you need not to pay any fees. And once when you are doing your masters, you are going to get a stipend of 13,400. So all these are packed into one particular scholarship that is called Build India Scholarship. Earlier it was through GATE examination. Now it is not through GATE examination. They conduct their own examination. But you need not to worry. If you are going to prepare for GATE examination, you are almost ready for this examination also, because the standard of this BAS is much inferior compared to the actual GATE examination. And other opportunities that we have got is research in CSIR, Council for Scientific and Industrial Research, Bhabha Atomic Research Center, Defense Research and Development Organization, DRDO. A lot of opportunities are there. The latest entry is PMRF. When they started this particular PMRF scheme in 2017, the scheme was applicable only for the top institute students like IITs, IISc and NITs and IIITs, IISER and IIST only. But 2019 they made a big change. They said any student is eligible provided if they have a CGPA of 8 and GATE score of 750. If your CGPA is already more than 8, please take GATE examination so that you can get into this PMRF scheme. Why I'm talking so much about PMRF scheme? You look at the fellowship what we have got. First year fellowship of 70,000 and fifth year fellowship of 80,000 per month, and plus you have got a research grant of 2 lakhs per year. So this is really a very good opportunity for somebody who are interested in research. So these are the options that you have got through GATE examination. And the next option is management programs. You can do management courses in NITI as well as IISc Bangalore. Let us see NITI. Why NITI? What is NITI? National Institute of Industrial Engineering, and why you should do in NITI. NITI is one of the best institutions in India for management programs exclusively for engineering students. And second reason is the placements. See, their placements in 2020 are much better than a lot of IIMs. If you see the average placement, it is 20.88 lakhs and highest placement is 58.24 lakhs. So you have got very good opportunity when you get into NITI in Mumbai. So these are the options that we have got through GATE examination. And one more option is you can pursue your masters in Singapore, Germany, Switzerland universities also. And other benefits, campus recruitment, it will help you. All other competitive exams, it will help you. It also helps you in academics. Now coming to GATE examination eligibility criteria. So what we need to have in order to write GATE examination, you should be in the final year of GATE, your engineering, or you should have completed your engineering. Both the cases you are eligible. Age limit, no age limit. At any age you can write. Validity, the validity of GATE score is for 3 years. From the date of announcement of results, it is valid up to 3 years. There are 25 papers that are available in GATE examination. All these papers are applicable to all engineering students. I'm sure all the students who are attending today's session, they have got all their subjects available in this particular list of 25. Now, how the GATE exam is going to look like? This is very important. Please understand. GATE exam is a computer-based examination. You are going to write this exam on a computer. You are going to write this exam on a computer, and there are 2 types of questions. One is multiple choice question. Second one is numerical answer type. Don't get confused. It is nothing but fill in the blanks. So there are 65 questions, out of which 10 are from aptitude, 55 are from subject, the technical subjects. So 15 marks are coming from aptitude, 85 marks are coming from engineering discipline, and so total is 100 marks, and the time available is 180 minutes, in other words 3 hours. So you have to answer 65 questions in 180 minutes. If you can calculate, each question you are getting almost 3 minutes of time. 3 minutes of time. If you are getting 3 minutes of time to answer one objective type question, why GATE exam should be a difficult examination? It should not be, right? But why it is difficult for many students who want to write GATE examination? The first reason is they do not know the exact syllabus. My suggestion to all of you who are planning to write GATE examination is download the syllabus of GATE exam, take a printout of that and go through the syllabus thoroughly. That will give you a lot of ideas what to study and what not to study in the syllabus. See, the textbooks, the next point is textbooks and study material. Your textbooks may have a lot of syllabus in that one, but you should know out of this particular textbook what is applicable for me as a GATE aspirant, as a ESC aspirant, and what is not applicable. So you should know what to study and what not to study. So when you're going to study, what you're going to study? You're going to study the theory behind the applications, and you're also going to make your fundamental concepts clear. So this is what you need to do with your textbooks and study material. So once you do this one, What you're supposed to do is you need to solve previous questions of GATE, ESC, and any other examination, any other PSU. Many students, I can tell you, 60% of the students who are taking GATE examination, they underestimate the importance of solving previous questions of GATE and other exams. Why they don't do this one? Because they think that I've studied the entire theory, I'm fully well versed with the fundamental concepts, I can answer any question. But when you go to the examination hall, then you realize that the questions are something different from the theory what you have read. So for that particular reason, you should solve all the previous questions of GATE examination. When you solve the previous questions of GATE examination, two things are going to happen. You will understand the pattern of the questions which you are going to get in the examination, how the questions are being framed in the examination, and you'll also realize how to answer those questions, and you'll also come to know where you're making mistakes and how can you avoid those mistakes in the future. All these things you are going to learn, and then take up a test series and solve the test series and a subject wise, multi-subject wise, and mock test. Take all the tests very, very seriously. Then focus on untapped areas. See, in GATE syllabus, there are some areas where the questions are not being asked for 1 to 2 to 3 years on a continuous basis. But after that, they are asking questions from that particular subjects. So please understand that you need to focus on those untapped areas also. Then the next one is negative marks. Please focus on negative marks. I request all of you to stop video. There is no, it is giving disturbance to all the students. Please do not switch on your video. Okay, thank you. So be careful about negative marks. And the final one and very important one is short notes. Short notes and formula. Short notes and formula. Short notes and formula is very, very important at the time of revision before the examination. So that is the reason you need to make short notes and formula for every chapter, every subject. Now, things that you need to focus before you go to the examination. Aptitude, very, very important. It gives you 15 marks. The syllabus is 9th class, 10th class, English and maths. So it's very easy to complete. It will give you 15 marks. Keep this in your mind. Second one is mathematics. This will also give you 12 to 15 marks and very, very easy to complete the syllabus. Okay. So these two subjects are very, very important. Complete them initially. Then when you're going to answer the technical subject questions, please understand that there are some questions which are lengthy. You look at the 4th point. They are lengthy. They will take 4 to 6 minutes of time. So when it is taking that much of time, what we should do with these questions? These questions should be solved at the end of the examination. At the end of the examination. End of the examination means after completing 2.5 hours, if you have time to answer these questions, then only answer these questions. Now, otherwise, what will happen is you will spend a lot of time on these questions and you get panicked because you are spending 6 minutes of your time on one single question, which will give you a lot of jitters in the examination. It will tell you that, okay, I've taken 6 minutes of time to answer one single question. I'm supposed to take only 3 minutes of time. You will lose your confidence. That's the reason what I suggest is these kind of questions you should answer at the end of the examination. Now, then one more thing that you need to keep in your mind when you're preparing, you are supposed to use a virtual calculator in the GATE examination, which actually I have experienced this with many students. They say, sir, there was an easy problem. I can solve it very easily, but actually I solve this using a regular calculator, but in the GATE examination, they gave me a virtual calculator, which I am not even aware of. So that's the reason. That's the reason I could not answer the question. So ACE Academy has come out with a YouTube channel where we are going to, we have already explained in a video how to use virtual calculator. The other one is elimination technique, and out of 65 questions, there are some questions which are which can be solved using the elimination technique. One example I am sharing it with you here. If you see this equation, this is a mathematical equation which you can solve with the elimination technique very easily. So if you want to solve this in a natural regular method, traditional method, it is going to become a huge equation. 76y cube plus 80 square minus 20 into 76y square is equal to 0. It's a big equation. It takes a lot of time for you to solve. I'm giving you a simple way of answering this question. If you observe, there is a y square term in the denominator. We all know that any value of y square is a positive value. If you take y plus 5 or negative minus 5, y square is always a positive number. So safely you can say y square is a positive value. When y square is positive, 76y square is also positive. When 76y square is positive, 80 square by 76y square is also positive. So this equation is going to become y is equal to 20 minus 80 square by 76y square, which is a positive value. So you'll come to know that y value is less than 20. When y value is less than 20, all that you need to do is, and out of the multiple choices that are given to you, you can choose whichever is less than 20. So easy to eliminate the other three answers and identify the right answer. This you can do with the elimination technique. And what I've seen is in the GATE examination, every year you will get 5 to 6 questions which can be solved using the elimination technique. Now, how to answer objective questions? Elimination technique, periodical time monitoring, easy questions first. These three principles, you keep it in your mind. Now coming to GATE cutoff marks. We have got GATE 2020 results and the cutoff marks are given as below. If you observe, many of the subjects, many of the papers are having cutoff marks less than 30, less than 35 or around 35. Around 35. So the advantage what you are going to have is you need to plan your study. You need to plan your studies in such a way that you are going to have at least 35 marks in the examination and much more than that one. So how to prepare for an examination where you can get 35 marks easily? If you see this table, then you will understand. If you see this table for electronics and communication engineering, if you observe, there are certain subjects which are getting good marks in the examination. For example, aptitude, mathematics, signals and systems, then EMT, communication systems, EDC and VLSI, and analog circuits. So there are 6 to 7 subjects which are giving good number of marks in the examination. So what I'm trying to suggest you is you need to focus on these important subjects when you are preparing for the examination. I'm not telling you that not to focus on other subjects, but what you should do is you should give less importance to the subjects which are giving you less marks, and you should focus on subjects which are giving you more marks. This is evident when you are seeing electrical engineering paper or civil paper or mechanical one or computer science and then instrumentation and PI. If you see all these analysis, then you'll understand that some papers are very important compared to other papers. So this is what I am suggesting you to get good marks. Now coming to the other examination, engineering service examination, ESC. ESC, which is being conducted by UPSC every year to recruit students into Government of India departments. This is conducted in 4 streams: civil, mechanical, electrical, and electronics and telecommunication, which is a 3-stage examination: stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. Final year students are eligible. There is no limit on number of attempts. Some of the reasons I have shared here. And the biggest problem that I have seen with many students is they worry about the number of jobs that are available and number of people who are writing this examination. So every year 2,50,000 students apply for these jobs, and there are 500 jobs that are available. That makes it one of the toughest examination in India, where out of 500 students, only 1 student is going to get the job. So let us see what is eligibility criteria for this ESC examination. 21 to 30 years of age, Indian citizen, final year student or completed students are eligible for this. Now, if you look at the scheme of examination, the scheme of examination is divided into 3 stages. Stage 1, objective. Stage 2, conventional. Stage 3, interview. So each stage you need to get qualifying marks, you need to get cutoff marks, then only you're going to move into the next stage. Once you qualify prelims, then you move to stage 2, that is mains, and then you go to the interview. And if you see the cutoff marks, why I'm sharing this information with you is, if you see the cutoff marks, it's very easy to get these marks. See, if you look at the marks that we have got here, is around 700 out of 1300 marks. 1300 marks, out of 1300 marks, you need to get 700. 700 divided by 1300. I'm sure all of you are good in maths, and this comes out to be 55%. If you get 55%, you are going to get a very good job with the government of India. Not only this, if you see the All India first ranker marks, All India first ranker marks are also around 65%. If you get 65% marks, you are going to get a All India first rank. So all that you need to do is you should get marks around 60%. And I can tell you honestly that if you can prepare for engineering service examination without worrying about the competition for 7 to 8 months in your engineering days, it's very easy for you to crack this particular examination in the very first attempt. All that you need is 7 to 8 months of time. So some of the tips and what I suggest you at this point of time is, please avoid wasting your time. That's one important thing. When you're starting your preparation, please avoid time waste. Second one is, please avoid using smartphone. I'm not telling you to dump your smartphone, but use your smartphone very, very less number of time. And keep yourself away from the social media. As much as possible, keep yourself away from social media. That is going to help you a lot. Okay. So these are the things that what I'm suggesting you. So coming to ACE Academy, what we are offering? We are offering 5 different types of programs: classroom coaching, online coaching, postal coaching, test series, interview guidance. These are the programs that we are offering. Coming to the online programs, we have got 2 types of programs. One is online plus classroom coaching, what we call it as online offline combination. So because of the COVID, we are unable to run the classroom programs. So that's the reason what we are doing is, till the COVID pandemic ends, we are going to run online classes, and after the pandemic stops, you can join our offline classes either in nearest center to you, or you can still continue with the online classes. That is the second option what we are giving you. There is a full online live classes which are going to start from 7th July, which are going to start full online classes. This is the second option. Third option, we have got English, Hindi plus English. Where we understood that some of the students are well versed with Hindi and they want to understand the concepts in Hindi and they want to study in English. So for them, we have come out with a new program that is called online live classes in English. And one more program that we have got is digital classes, wherein all the subjects classes are recorded, pre-recorded, and kept in a platform that is called Deep Learn. And if you can visit this particular website, you will understand how this particular Deep Learn platform is going to work. This is the fourth option what we have got. So 4 options are available right now if you are preparing to GATE examination for 2021 or 2022. Now there are different types of classroom coaching programs. Probably right now they are not available, but soon, once COVID ends, these things are available. Study material you are going to get subject-wise, chapter-wise synopsis, solved questions, example questions, self-practice questions, previous question solutions. All these things you are going to get in study material. And what we believe is, as a student, if you want to get success in the very first attempt, these are the 5 important things that you need to keep in your mind: coaching, study material, test series, career guidance, and motivation. Then getting the success is very much possible. Now coming to the other exams, if you are preparing for any other examination, if you are preparing for GATE and ESC, there is no need for you to prepare separately. Now some suggestions. Why ACE? Lot of reasons why you need to choose ACE. Premier Institute, Pioneering Institute, comprehensive coverage of syllabus, faculty, very good faculty, study material, career guidance, test series, systematic scheduling of classes, and very good infrastructure. So all these things are the reasons why ACE Academy is doing good, and every year we are getting very good ranks both in ESE as well as GATE examination. And this session is basically to give you that confidence. Yes, if I can prepare systematically, cracking GATE and ESE examination is not difficult. That's a kind of confidence and trust we want to give it to you. And if you need any other assistance, you please contact ACE Academy. We are there to help you so that you can achieve success in your competitive examinations. If you want more information about ACE Academy and ACE Academy classes, please visit our website aceengacademy.com. Now coming to the ending of the presentation for today, if you want to win these competitive examination races, please join ACE Academy. And before I stop, I thank all the students for attending the session patiently. And I also thank the faculty members and HOD sir for giving us this opportunity. I also express our gratitude to the college management for giving us this opportunity. And if you have any questions, you can unmute yourself right now and you can ask questions. Otherwise, if you have any other questions, any other question that you have got, you can always contact me on my email ID or my mobile number.
Sir, can you share the slide?
This presentation?
Yes, sir.
This presentation, I cannot share the presentation as it is, but I can share you the important points. If you are looking at any particular important points, I can share you that one. That's not a problem.
So where is the link of certificate?
Link of certificate, once you give your feedback form, then automatically you can download it.
I will provide that. I will provide.
Okay. Sir is going to provide. Sri Vijay sir is going to provide you that. You can always contact him.
If you have any question, you can ask. You can unmute that, then you can ask.
Sir, can you show the weightage of CSE distance paper?
Dear, I can share you that one, but I've shared my WhatsApp number to you. If you can send me if you can send me a WhatsApp message, probably I'll send you that for you so that you can keep it for your reference in future.
Fine, sir.
I'm sharing you that one. Computer science, I'm sharing you.
Yes, you can just show it on the screen, sir. I can write it down.
Yeah, I'm just sharing it.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes, right now it is available. Please see.
Hi, sir. I am 2019 pass out.
Okay.
How can I get opportunity in ES to study? What are the through online I can study, sir?
Yeah, you can see right now you have got two options, my dear friend. One option is you can attend our online live classes, and the second option is you can purchase our recorded classes which are available on DeepLearn platform. See, I do not know about your percentage and all these things, but if you are very good in your very good in your technical subjects, then I suggest you to go to live classes, online live classes.
Okay, sir.
If you think you need some time to understand some of the critical concepts in some of the subjects, then what I suggest is go to DeepLearn platform, because in DeepLearn platform probably you can learn things in your own pace, your own speed you can learn. But whereas in live classes, they are almost going to be like a classroom session only. So it depends upon your ability to understand the things. If you can understand the things quickly, then I suggest you to go to live classes. If you think I need more time, I want to learn these things slowly and comprehensively, then probably the best option is recorded classes.
Hi sir, shall I ask question, sir?
Yeah, please.
Sir, I am from EC department. Okay. I am doing self-study, sir. I even completed 7 subjects of GATE, sir. Okay. I have a question of particular EDC, sir. Even I have bits and bytes of ACE Academy, sir.
Okay.
So I am solving those questions, sir. Up to 70-80% I am solving them. But sir, during last 6 years of GATE, they are going for very conceptual and deep in EDC, sir.
Yes.
Sir, then how should we go that much of conceptual clarity, sir?
No, that's what I'm saying. See, I do not know which subject. I'm not basically from ECE, but since as a mechanical student, I've also studied electronics engineering, especially EDC. So that's the reason I'm able to. I think I'll be able to answer your question. But EDC basically very conceptual questions they are going to ask you. That's the reason, as I suggested you when I started my presentation. You need to pick up either the standard study material or standard textbooks. So they only can give you the conceptual clarity. But if you are studying the regular textbooks of which you are preparing for semester examinations, I doubt you will get that conceptual clarity.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
What is the cost?
What is the
Cost
of
the both online offline?
Oh, online, offline, it is clearly available on our website. Probably you just visit our website, acengacademy.com. All the information is available there. I think online classes are costing you around 35,000 for GATE and PSUs, and ESE and GATE plus PSUs, it is going to cost you 45,000. And this recorded classes are going to cost you somewhere around 25 to 26,000. So they're all very much possible in your range. So whichever that you are interested in, you can always choose the suitable one for you. And all the information is available on our website.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Sir, sometime ago.
Sir.
Yeah, please ask.
Can you share the screen for the mechanical weightage of subjects?
Mechanical. Yeah, just a minute. I've shared my WhatsApp number. I've shared my WhatsApp number. If you are really interested in this particular table, it will take some time for people to note down. I can share you the entire slide with you.
Fine.
Okay. Yeah. One girl was asking a question.
So, can I ask, sir?
Yeah, please.
Sir, some time ago you were talking about these standard books. Could you name any of them, or like, could you recommend?
Just send me a WhatsApp message. I will share you the link itself.
Okay, sir. Yes.
I'll share you that Word file which I'm having. I'll share it with you.
So could you show your WhatsApp number once again?
Yes. I'm going to. This is my WhatsApp number.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Any other questions?
Can I ask a question, sir?
Please.
What is the role of ECE engineers in MNC companies?
See, if you look at MNC companies, you're typically talking about IT companies or any other companies which recruit students into core jobs?
Both IT companies and also in core jobs.
See, when it comes to IT companies, typically the role is going to be like any other programmer or analyst or developer kind of a thing. So the subjects what you have learned may be helpful, may not be helpful when you're working for an IT company. But when you get into the core companies, like if you talk about Honeywell, or if you talk about Synopsys, if you talk about Intel, if you talk about AMD, if you talk about any other company which is into electronics and VLSI and circuits kind of a businesses, there I think EC students are going to do a very good job. But what I've observed from the industry, because I work for an organization called Evinion, where we used to recruit EC students for some of the jobs. What I've seen is whatever that you study in your engineering may not be sufficient for you to do the job. Okay, so for that particular purpose, you may have to acquire certain new skills. It could be about the embedded systems, or it could be about core electronics related courses. And if you can do all these things, VLSI courses and all these things, if you can do all these things, then you have got a very good future in electronics companies also. MNCs, I mean, they really want the bright students of India. So that much I can tell you.
Thank you, sir.
Hi, sir. Sir,
Hello,
will sir GATE 2020 will be postponed, sir, because IIT Bombay circulated that they are not conducting offline classes till December. So, are there any chances of GATE will be postponed, sir?
I don't think it will be postponed too long. Probably it may be get postponed by 1 or 2 months. The primary reason why this is my expectation only, not information, but why I'm thinking is because anyway final year students are eligible for this one, right? So it's not a hurdle for them to conduct a GATE examination in the 2021. It's not going to be a difficult thing because final year students are eligible. If you say only the complete students are eligible, then it will be difficult. But when final year students are eligible, I don't think there will be any delay in that one. If there is a delay also, it's not going to be that much delay. Maybe 1 or 2 months delay will be there. Instead of conducting in February, they may conduct in March. And since it is a computer-based test, it doesn't really matter also because once you take the examination, within 1 week they can release the results. So in that case, it doesn't really matter.
hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Hello. Actually, so I'm doing a self-study of EC branch for ESE. Actually, nowadays the railway vacancies are drawn from ESE. So how it will be benefited for us, sir? I mean, in which various departments we can join in future? Actually, IMSR is not yet announced. I mean, syllabus and exam pattern. So how it will be useful for ESE students and especially for EC, sir?
Yeah. See, typically for EC students who are going to take ESE examination, already the number of vacancies are very less. Usually it will be around 60 to 70, not more than that one. Okay. So 60 to 70, but after coming this IRMS, once IRMS comes into picture, I believe that the 60 to 70 number may go down further in engineering service examination, and there will be few jobs that are going to be there in IRMS. One of my suggestion to you is if you are planning to crack ESE examination, I don't think the examination that you are going to write IRMS or whether it is ESE examination, there will be too much of difference between the syllabus and preparation and the kind of examination that you are going to write. Because all these 3 exams, civil services, IRMS, and engineering services, are conducted by UPSC. So if you observe a UPSC examination, whichever is conducting for Group A and Group B jobs in the Government of India, they are following the same syllabus, same kind of a format. They are following the same format. That format is prelims, mains, and interview. So I don't think if you are whether you are preparing for IRMS or whether you are preparing for engineering services, I don't think it is that much important from the examination point of view. What is important is you need to understand the syllabus and mold yourself in that particular manner. That much.
Okay, so for actually IRMS in a
question coaching.
Okay, please continue.
How much
question
coaching?
I'll answer your postal coaching question, dear. Let her complete her question.
Actually, for IRMS prelim subject, numbers are going that civil service GS will be added. Some part of civil service GS will be added in a prelim, sir. Is it true, sir?
Yeah, true. I mean, for up to as far as the latest information that I have from UPSC about IRMS is up to first stage 1, it is going to be like a civil services kind of a paper, and from stage 2, people, the general students who are coming from regular degree courses, they'll go to the civil services mode, and the engineering students will get into engineering services mode. That's what they have given. I mean, to be frank, I do not want you to break your head on IRMS and ESE, because still, as on today, there is no clarity on how they are going to conduct the examination and when they are going to conduct the examination, how the jobs are going to be divided between these 2 things. So my suggestion to you is the syllabus is going to be same. So focus on your technical subjects and complete as much syllabus as possible since you are doing your self-preparation. Yep. Postal coaching, one student has asked me about postal coaching. All the information about postal coaching is available on asengineeringacademy.com website. please visit our website and click on Postal Coaching. All the information is available. Whichever you want to buy, just click there and buy that particular package. And the material is going to be delivered to your home.
How much effective it is, sir?
Effective, see, yeah.
Below 500 or something.
Come again?
Postal coaching.
How effective is postal coaching? It's a very good question, but the answer is really difficult to give. The reason is how you utilize the postal coaching, postal material is that much important. How you're going to, whether you're going to get the success or not. See, I've seen many students, they prepare through postal coaching itself. Those who cannot attend the classes, they prepare with postal coaching. What they do is, I mean, if you can utilize postal coaching also as a tool to prepare, if it is not possible for you to attend the live or regular classes in your place. See, pick up the material, it is divided subject wise and chapter wise. So complete one chapter, complete one subject, and solve the previous questions in that particular subject. That will give you a crystal clear understanding of how much you are able to understand the concept of that particular subject and how many questions you are able to answer. That will give you. But what many students do now, what they do is they study the study material and they forget about answering the questions. See, it is very important for you to understand the concepts that are given in the study material, and then utilize the study material when you are going to solve the questions. That is what is very important. So how you are going to utilize the study material is very important in the success of the for a particular student in these kind of a competitive examinations. And to be frank, the material is going to be same for all the 10,000 students who take coaching with us in a postal coaching area. So even we have seen a lot of good students getting good ranks in with postal coaching also with ACE Academy. So I mean, I don't think material is making much difference, but what is different is how you are going to utilize the material. Any other questions?
Hi, sir.
Hello?
Hi, sir.
Yeah, please.
Sir, I'm an EC student. Can I give the GATE exam from another branch?
You can give in any branch. There is no restriction on that one. You can give. I've seen students from EC background giving it in instrumentation students giving it in ECE, and students opting for engineering sciences, students opting for mathematics. So you can write the examination in any of the 25 papers. But when it comes to IITs and other institutes, they ask you to have your background in a particular engineering branch, and they also ask you to write GATE examination in a particular paper only. Then only you are eligible for that particular programs. As far as I know, EC students are eligible, can write and can join master's program in IITs and other places if you write exam in instrumentation, ECE and engineering sciences.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Hello, sir. This session is also about how to crack GATE and other competitive exams in first attempt. So till now, I didn't got that how to crack this other competitive exam also.
See, other competitive, that's what I clearly mentioned. See, today in this particular session, I've shared about only how to crack ESE, GATE, PSUs, but I have also shared how to prepare for competitive examinations. So what I've done in my presentation, if you come to a slide where I've shared the strategy, if you can see on the screen, I've shared the strategy for competitive examinations.
Yes, sir.
So the strategy is going to be same for all the competitive examinations. The only thing is the syllabus is going to change for competitive examinations, and the question paper pattern is going to change. And as far as I know, if you are preparing for GATE examination, if you are preparing for engineering service examination, any other examination that you are going to write ISRO examination, if you are going to write BL examination, if you are going to write DRDO examination, if you are going to write BARC examination, If you are going to write any examination, SSC, JEE, or whatever may be the examination, the preparation is sufficient. So, in a way, if you are going to prepare for ESC and GATE examination, other examination preparation is also included in this one. So that's the reason I have not specifically discussed about other competitive examinations.
Okay, sir. Sir, can I see that the importance for END, sir? Important subjects.
Important for subject
Triple E.
instrumentation?
Electrical and electronic. Triple E, sir.
Triple E. 1 minute. Yeah, electrical is here. Yeah, electrical is here. Anyway, you can just WhatsApp me. I'll share you this particular screen with you.
Yes, sir.
That will be your reference.
Yes.
Any other questions?
Is any other question?
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah, please.
Sir, I am an easy third year student, sir.
Okay.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Sir, can I start preparing? Okay, sir. Can I start preparing now itself for ESC or after completing the final year, sir?
My simple suggestion is please start as soon as possible. Please start as soon as possible, whether it is GATE or engineering services. Please do not postpone it after your engineering. The reason, very simple reason is, if you start your preparation in third year itself, there is a possibility, there is a very good possibility that you are going to crack ESC and GATE in the very first attempt. So why do you want to waste 1 year of your time and prepare after engineering? I'm telling you, see, people may have apprehensions about the time possibility. See, if you can take out 3 hours time for every day, 1 month you are going to take 90 hours. If you can prepare for 10 months, you can give almost 900 hours for ESC or GATE examination. If you can spend 900 hours on GATE or ESC examination, it is more than sufficient for you to crack easily. So do not postpone your preparation to post-engineering time.
Yes. Yes. Any other question? So I hope, sir.
Yeah, this girl is having a question. Please.
Oh, thank you, sir. And if any doubts, I'll contact you, sir.
Yeah, please contact me. I've shared my contact number also. Please contact me on this number.
Sir, is there any other question from other students?
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, welcome.
Yes, sir. Sir, can we end up?
Yeah, please. We can stop, sir.
Usually, the many students are interested, sir, because of the restriction of the only 300 people now. Because more than the 1700 students had registered.
Okay. So
Raghavan sir had told me that we'll do the other session today.
Yeah, definitely. We can do. You suggest me a time, sir. We can start immediately.
Yes, sir. With due respect to you, in spite of your busy schedule also, so you had accepted our invitation and you had given the explanation regarding that how to crack GATE exam. Okay, so I hope that the students have got the benefited from this. Okay, so I thank from the bottom of my heart, and also I thank on the behalf of our HOD and on behalf of our principal and the management. I thank Dr. Maple Reddy sir to explain this the webinar. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Welcome.
So I thank
Hello, sir. Actually, sorry to interrupt. Actually, I had one question.
I thank the beloved HOD Dr. Ravi Edayadi sir, for the continuous support. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, one girl is having a question. You can ask me a question by calling me, dear. I've shared my number. You can always contact me. There is no problem.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
So I thank our all the colleagues who had supported me to conduct this webinar, the colleagues of the EC department. So I also thank our principal sir, Dr. H.C. Kamte sir, for their support. So also I thank the management, the people who had motivated us to conduct this webinar. And finally, I thank all the participants who had taken benefit from the webinar. So I will share that the feedback link to WhatsApp group. So the evening, the 5:15. So until that, I request all of you to wait for the feedback link, because as the Raghavendra sir told that other session today evening at 4 o'clock. So after that, I will share the feedback link. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, welcome.